Yo guys, so you guys know about the recent release of Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 Safe Haven, the newest chapter in the Poppy Playtime series with all types of new horrors, a ton of lore, and left us with plenty of new questions. However, this question I'm about to ask isn't related to specifically Chapter 4, but Chapter 3, Deep Sleep. You see, despite the newest chapter, there is one question left unanswered in Poppy Playtime Chapter 3. Who attacked our friend and ally Kissy Missy at the end of the chapter?
What's she doing? No! We're coming!
Well, what if I told you that the person who attacked her wasn't Huggy Wuggy? What if I told you that it wasn't the doctor? What if I told you that the person who is guilty of this attack is none other than the main antagonist of the game? The prototype. But not just that, what if I told you because of this attack we now know one of the prototype's abilities? Yo, what's up guys? It's IHSGames here and I present to you Yo, what's up guys, it's IHSGames here and welcome back to another video. Today, I have a small yet big theory about a question we all waited since chapter 3 to be answered. Who attacked Kissy Missy at the end of chapter 3? Well, you guys already know the deal. Without further ado, let's get it. The first time we see Kissy Missy after the unfortunate event of chapter 3 was right after we meet Doughy.
I'm Doughy,
the 900-pound of living Play-Doh who manages Safe Haven, a safe spot for the non-feral toys to take refuge in. But before we get to Safe Haven, we ended up getting snatched by, you guessed it, Kissy Missy, who is with Poppy, who in the beginning of chapter 4 went back up the lift to see if she could help her, which I don't know what this one is going to do. She pulls us away to keep us hidden and safe from the main antagonist of the game, Experiment 1006, the prototype. A massive, ruthless, evil, cunning, metallic spider-like creature who shortly afterwards come crawling around maliciously but curiously, almost as if he's looking for someone. Eventually, he does leave, which allows us to fully make it back to Safe Haven. While in Safe Haven, we finally rest and fully get a look at Kissy Missy. The mysterious but unfortunate aftermath of the attack left not just her arm broken, but several severe burns across the right side of her face and body. You might be asking, IHSGames, how could a prototype be behind this attack? How could he be the reasoning behind her injuries and burns if we literally know nothing of him? Well, I'll tell you that right now. In the beginning of chapter 4, after our conversation with Poppy, we show ourselves through the only path ahead of us, the caverns beneath the Playtime Co-Factory. While within these caverns, you can hear several ear-piercing cries in the distance. These sounds are very similar to the sounds she was making while she was being attacked. Meaning, at the times we were in the caves, Kissy Missy was still being assaulted by her attacker. You know, us being in the caves, hearing Kissy Missy scream from her attacker wasn't too long ago. Once again, we hear her getting attacked in chapter 3 when going down into the caves via the lift. Meaning, since she's been attacked to the time we hear her scream in the caves, it might have just only been about 5 to 10 minutes. Now remember when we get snatched by Kissy and the prototype who followed suit shortly after? Well, when we get to Safe Haven and Poppy mentions about the prototype being right outside to Doughy, Doughy is mad at her for quote-unquote leading the prototype over to Safe Haven.
He's out there!
you brought him down?
This means after the attack, Kissy Missy ran away into the caves, probably to get to Safe Haven to hide. And with that, the prototype followed suit, attacking her while in the process until they was able to eventually escape its devilish clutches. And once again, to the point where we hear her screams, down to the point where we finally meet up with her, wasn't too long ago. You might have realized that sure, I am proving to y'all how the prototype pursued Missy and all, but what I said doesn't explain how he attacked her. Well, I got just the news for you. Towards the end of chapter 4, we get a call from Ollie.
gone horribly wrong. The safe haven...
Shelf ventilation block B6. Is this where you are, Poppy?
But this Ollie is not Ollie. This Ollie is different. He drops their location like kids in a COD lobby. This breaks the facade of Ollie he's been hiding this whole time and changes its voice to be the prototype.
Stay where you are.
And listen closely.
Despite how frightening the prototype is, this doesn't shake the player. This doesn't shake Poppy, at least as of this moment. But guess who does this shake the most? Kissy Missy. She sits there, shrouded by fear, and rightfully so. You remember those burn marks on her face and body she got from her attacker. Why would she be shook by the prototype when she has seen and been through many dangerous and ruthless enemies who all have done horrific things? How could she be shook when she has seen countless horrific and ruthless things going on throughout Playtime Co? Well, it's because of those injuries, those burn marks, that attack. All was from the prototype. And if someone could deal that much damage to you and nearly incinerate you, trust me, you will fear that someone, which is why she is shook by that very fear. The prototype attacked her. The prototype burned her. This leads us to theorizing about his abilities when we face him in Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. We all know that he has some type of flamethrower of sorts, but I also think that his body, specifically his hands alone, can ignite things. And I have just the proof for that. Towards the end of Chapter 3, when we finally defeat Catnap, we can see that Catnap accepts defeat and lets the prototype kill him to take his body. Now hold on, let's go back. Stop. Right there. See those sparks? Those aren't normal. And I think it's intentional. You see, all the Bigger Body Initiative experiments might be toys, but they aren't cybernetic in any type of way. As a matter of fact, they're more organic than anything. So how could stabbing an organic purple cat cause sparks to fly about? My theory, the prototype can ignite himself. We might not know how, but we know he can do so. And with that, the attack, the pursuit, the injuries, the fear, all comes down to my conclusion that experiment 1006, the prototype, is the culprit of the fatal attack Kissy Missy experienced in Chapter 3. He is guilty as Thank you guys for watching this video. Now, I know we probably won't get the full answers to Poppy Playtime Chapter 4, but this is just my theory. If you guys have any questions about my theory, you guys can go into the comments, make sure to comment about it, make sure to tell me what you guys' theories on this topic is, or just any theories in general. But if you guys like this video and want to see more of my content, you guys pretty much already know what to do. If you guys want to see more of me, go check out my socials, links in the description. This is IHSGames and I am out.